What's going on, guys? Welcome back to channel episode 30 of the Going Full Hyrox series. This series which I document all of my training up until Hyrox Nice and Birmingham. Now this morning it's completely just disappeared from me. I've been getting up a little bit earlier, only 15 minutes earlier, and taking Odin out, but when I got back I decided to start doing the previous vlog because I've fallen behind on my own editing schedule. At the minute I don't really need an upload schedule because I'm not that big of a channel to keep producing the content, and yeah, the morning's just completely disappeared, and if I leave literally 5 minutes later it takes forever to get past the school, which I've finally gone past. Now, plan today is to head over to Pure Gym this time because I made the mistake last week. Well, not really a mistake, but I went over to Vault and the Hyrox area was in use by a class, and since I am in work tomorrow morning I don't want to go and spend 3 hours there like I did last week, so I'm just going to head over to Pure Gym and hopefully it's quiet. But first we've got to get through work. Hopefully it doesn't rain because I've just realised that I forgot my coat and don't have time to go back and get it, so hopefully the rain stays off for that, and hopefully I've not jinxed myself by saying Pure Gym's going to be quiet and it not be quiet when I get there. I need to learn to keep my mouth shut sometimes before sessions. Went there with the plan of I need to learn to keep my mouth shut before sessions, because when I got to Pure Gym I forgot that they were having a fitness event today, so the equipment that I wanted to use, the session I had planned, was all new, so I had to chuck that session together, which wasn't the best, which makes, again, it didn't go too well because I was just exhausted and it just spiked my heart rate, and then it makes me question, am I fit enough? And then it also makes me question, am I choosing the right sessions to do for the right stimulus? Because I see people online doing these mad, like 40 to 1 hour AMRAPs with like 1k runs and all the stations in. It just makes me question my own training. Like, have I done enough? Has this program been right for me? I'm certainly feeling fit enough, but then these sessions like this just throw a bit of doubt. But then again, I have been on my feet all day, and I found going from work straight to the gym tougher than coming home for a little bit and then going out again. But I just don't like doing that because it then just takes up a lot of time, especially with just having to go and get Odin from my nan's again today. So anyway, it is what it is. Protein's finally arrived. I paid for an extra delivery and it didn't arrive the next day, so I'm going to try and get it from there. But these are the samples I'm going to be taking with me to Nice for the breakfast, rather than try and take a scoop or scoops in Tupperware in my case. So the plan now is just to chill, have dinner and rest up for tomorrow's trainings, watch the latest episode of Rings of Power and just write off today's session as being tired and knowing I'll be good to go on the day after a taper and I'll be nice and fresh. So I've consciously made the effort to wear a different t-shirt, as on the last two vlogs I realised I wore the exact same thing. I'm just always, I don't know if it's just a me thing, but certain days of the week, certain sessions, I always find I'm drawn to the same sort of outfit, same clothes. Like for runs, that blue Puma, because it's a nice material, doesn't get too hot. Although today is rather cool. I didn't get all the time to invest in it. I take it very smooth. I do have some very team tops, but they're not very breathable, and I get very hot when I run. So we'll see. But just going for a short 10-12k, keeping things relatively easy, although I'm getting out of breath talking to the camera, which shows I'm not quite staying in zone 2, but it is what it is. I just like to push it. I think I still have a zone 2. I'm so used to talking and running at the same time, so let's get this done and run everything out of the house. So that was a surprisingly good run. I did say between 10 and 12k, and I finished bang on 11k. Probably because I didn't want to stop at 10. and be further from home, having to walk further back. Literally the 11k stopped right at the end of my road, so I would just be able to walk down my road as it would cool down. And something I realised during that run was that I have had no Achilles pain, touch wood, for the last couple of runs, and it's sort of gone away, and that's because I've been running in different shoes. These are the shoes that caused that pain initially. It's caused a callus build up. The Pumas I got a few weeks ago, these, what were the Nitro somethings, because that heel is very thin, and that was every time I ran, that just dug into my heel. I've not mentioned it before, my left foot is like half a size smaller than my right, so it's a bit looser in some shoes, and that just shows there that I was digging in. Whereas these New Balance that I got a couple of months ago are a bit better, but not as comfy to wear, but they've got that softer heel. So that leaves me with the decision on what running shoes to get. Now I'm looking at these, I've been looking at these for a while. They are the Sudo running shoes, if that's gonna brighten down. So I was looking at getting maybe the light ones or the dark ones, not a huge fan of the blue ones, and they've got offer at the minute of like £50 off, or do I go for another pair of Pumas, get the exact same of what I had last year? Those ones have fallen apart at the minute, because that's what I've used before, so what I'm used to, or do I try something new? Again, it's not the ideal time wise in terms of being that close to comp. I haven't got time to sort of break them in, as you would say, but last Hyrox I bought the shoes the day of the comp, so who knows. But decisions, eh? The hamstring is definitely feeling yesterday's run. I think I pushed it a little bit too hard, but today we are off to vaults for the final session of the week. I do have the intention of doing a full Hyrox a full Hyrox minus the sled work, because the sled's not ideal for pushing and pulling. I'll probably do that afterwards just to get a feel for it, but I may just go and do a half because I'm feeling very tired. I don't feel like I'm there mentally to push through a full one. Also, I'm not a huge fan of full simulations, as if it doesn't go well, I'll get in my head and start overthinking it all, and I don't want to, the way I'm feeling, don't want to dig myself into a deeper hole of fatigue and just be battling to recover for the rest of the week. Whereas I am 2 weeks out, so this time in 2 weeks I should have finished, hopefully I've got that 75-minute mark, or under that 75 minutes. That's the goal, and then maybe in Vienna push for that 60 minutes, but right now the focus is very much on Nice. Currently sipping a different flavour of C4, the Cosmic Rainbow, which is much nicer than the Millions flavour I tried, so I'm going to sip on this as I head over to Vault, and then just see how my body feels as I'm warming up, and just get straight into the session. So much worse than I thought it would be. Decided to go for the full mini sim. By full mini sim I mean everything besides the sled push and pull, and missing out 2k worth of running. So it was 1k run, 1k ski, 1k run, 80 metre baby broad jump, 1k run, 1k row, 1k run, 200 metre carry, 1k run, 100 metre lunge, 1k run, 100 wall ball. Got a bit on the whiteboard behind the camera because I would have forgotten that, or even reading that I was getting confused. But I took in total 49.53. Now I always find I'm 15 to 20 seconds slower on these runners, So on the day I know I'll be a bit faster, but I wanted to stop during the second and third K because I was just absolutely gassed. But once I got on the row, I knew I was halfway and it wasn't feeling as bad. I sort of warmed into it. So it's also a good indicator that maybe I need to do a bit more of a thorough warm-up on the day. And obviously I know I won't be as fatigued, so I'll feel a little bit fresher, but pretty good. Again, add on 15-20 minutes for the 2K and the sled push pull, and that gets around 120, 125 maybe. I'm being generous there, but take off time for the pace, looking at probably about 115, 120, which again, thinking about it, to be honest, it's a little bit disheartening. I'd love to get 110, 115, but I know, like I say, I'm heavily fatigued. It's end of the week, end of a full working week, so I am very fatigued, very tired, but obviously in 2 weeks' time, I'll be fresh. I'll have had 2 days off work and I'll have had a full rest day beforehand, so fingers crossed. And I think I'm going to skip the sled push and pull now and just have a stretch and get home and just relax for the rest of the weekend. And what better way to recover than with pizza? This is actually my first time in years having an American pizza slice. Wish to get in town, but we've gone for the 8-slice selection. And I got some garlic bread that makes you want to think of like the eye of Agamotto or something like that, or some like Egyptian eye, and some potato tarts. Yes, that's going to be the end of this vlog. Yeah, I've been just overthinking that session then, the Hyrox sim, being a bit of a silly goose. I need to consider all factors of like work and being fatigued and end of the week and all that jazz, and just know on the day I'm gonna be fresh and do much better. So yeah, that's it for this vlog, this week's trainings. We go again on Monday. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.